striking fear in the hearts of liberals everywhere, folks.
Liberals beware.
Okay, so Missouri Governor Eric Greitens recently dropped a video on his social where him and Donald Trump Jr. hit the gun range. I would assume out in Missouri, where they're shooting machine guns and they're doing target practice tricks where they're taking turns hitting the target, and Don Jr. is basically doing his best Rambo impersonation. And a couple of things strike me as pretty funny about this video. One, the first thing that's kind of ironic is that the allegedly liberal culture industry, the movie industry, is the producers of this type of content that made this shit cool in the first place. Action movies, crime movies. One of my favorite movies, Heat. The best scene in the movie, they come out the bank and it's just this huge shootout. Like, it's funny that the liberal culture industries who pioneered this type of being cool in the first place. Another thing that's pretty interesting about this post is the caption where Greeton says, striking fear into the heart of liberals, rhinos, and the fake media. I just love this idea that Don Jr., again, grew up rich as hell in New York City, went to UPenn and Wharton. So this guy is about as elite as it gets. There's no other way of putting this. I love the idea that he's this sort of rugged, rough and tumble guy hitting the range like the folks in them in the heartland. I love that Don Jr. would be conveying this image, considering his established pedigreed background, right? Like, that's an interesting pander right there. But the bottom line is plays, which is something I think liberals have a hard time understanding. Although Don Jr. is obviously upper crust, elite, liberal, coastal elite, all of those things, he has the good sense to pander to these folks, to these heartlanders, right? Like, we love your guns, we love your religion, your culture is fantastic, right? They have the good sense to pander to these people, even though they're from a social strata that has nothing to do with any of these people's common interests, but they have the good sense to pander to the folks that they want to ostensibly join their cause and join their side. So we can contrast that with the liberals. Just to take anybody from out the liberal hat, Hillary Clinton. She's gonna, not only is she gonna not with their culture, right? Like, it's not enough to just be like, well, I'm not into guns, or I'm not the most religious person, or X, Y, and Z, or I don't have the most conservative sexual politics, whatever the case may be. It's not enough to just do that. They're going to condescend to these people, talk about their deplorable, talk about, their quote unquote clinging to guns, all of this stuff where they not only do I not with what you do culturally, I'm going to condescend to you. And then on the other side of it, I'm going to be this Wall Street person who gets all this money from Goldman Sachs. I'm going to be pedigreed in all the liberal circles. I'm going to have all of this liberal elite bona fides and then pretend that I'm about the people, that I'm about these populist programs fiscally. I'm about this and that. And these people just don't buy it, and rightfully so. It's not irrational that these people don't buy liberal elites like Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi when they say they're down for them in these other ways, when clearly they're more attached to the moneyed class and Wall Street and stuff. So what it becomes is this double-edged sword, right? Where you don't with me on any of my cultural stuff, social stuff, and you have absolutely no credibility on the sort of social safety net, social programs, caring about stuff that affects down-home people, because you're getting $250,000 every time you breathe air in a room full of Goldman Sachs executives, right? I think where this stuff kind of worked in the past with Barack Obama, where you see he had a lot of rural support, a lot of white people, quite frankly, supported him, which I think honestly which is ironic because people have this cartoonish image as conservatives being cartoonishly racist. I think Obama's blackness sort of gave him cover with those people where he thought he might be radical and get them healthcare and this social stuff just because he was black. Never mind that he was made in a Robert Rubin, elite Wall Street petri dish from the very beginnings of his candidacy for president. It's just kind of funny that Barack Obama's blackness served as an effective way to convey like some level of radicalism, a break from the establishment political elite.